Oh, good morning, our buddies. I was just thinking I'd like to move this little glass mat, but oh, there it goes. Phew, I couldn't grab it. Happy Thursday, April 17th. Woo! It's travel day for me and my hubby and our son. I can't believe it's finally here. Look, my fingers look blue. Don't they look blue? That's because I'm cold. My fingers are cold. Getting a little nervous. I'm very excited, but along with that comes a little bit of, nervousness. So I've got a few last minute things to do, but I didn't want to miss today, especially with missing Tuesday evening. I was just beat. So we went and saw our daughter yesterday. It was something my husband thinks I'm crazy. My daughter thinks I'm crazy. But it was just something I wanted to do before we take such a big trip. For those of you that may not know, she had somewhat of an emergency surgery on Monday morning. So she had to have her appendix removed. All went well. She's doing well. It's just, I just needed to see her, you know? So we did that. Thank you, Leah. And, so we didn't get home real late last night, but anything out of my normal routine kind of knocks me. So I just have to pop in the shower, get my purple hair all fixed up, and then I'm going to take a walk down to my neighbor and say bye to her. And then pretty much just try to keep ourselves occupied until it's time to leave. We'll be leaving here around 3, and then we'll pick up our son and then go to the designated pickup spot for our driver. And then we've got about a 2-hour drive, if all goes well and traffic's not horrible, to New York City. There's Candy. Happy belated birthday, Candy. Hi, Cal. I didn't see you pop in. Did you have a nice birthday, Candy? Candy just had a birthday. And let's see, I guess that's all. I was cleaning up my desk, of course. I've got my room. You did? Wonderful. Let's sing happy belated birthday to Candy, because I wanted to sing to her the other day and she wasn't able to pop in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy belated birthday, Candy. We sure do love you. I'm glad you had a good day. That's nice. So as I was cleaning up my desk, I found this cover that I was working on. And I thought, you know what? I just want to get these pins out so I can just put this with some other fabric. I did some French knots and some beads down here. And I used little tiny seed beads on that piece of lace. And they popped through the hole. I yanked them down too far, I guess. Need a pair of tweezers. Of course, they're in my eye. But, what isn't? What is not? Okay, wait a minute. Maybe I could pick them up with I don't want to pull my threads. So we came home and put the Phillies game on. They got hammered last night. We couldn't get a pitcher that could pitch. Couldn't throw a stinking strike. Ay. So anywho, we're going to have quite a bit of time to wait at the airport tonight, but we'd rather be early, so that's okay. We don't fly out till I think 11:10 tonight. So I thought I would just stitch this down somehow, probably just roughly, because I'm kind of liking that look. Look, here's a big thread, like a big string I can yank. Oh, over on this side, I used some quilted. I purchased at like a Goodwill this a quilted baby. It was store quilted. It wasn't, like grandmom quilted it. Baby blanket. And I thought, oh, it would be good to cover books, to give it that little bit of a cushion or a kind of a little poofy look. And then when I started to follow Amity Bloom, that's kind of what she does, but she uses a quilted muslin, which is very nice. But I wanted to use up, stuff I had. So then I just put this is a Debbie Mum fabric here, this dark fabric. It was in a kit that I also got at a Goodwill. I love Goodwill. And then I just started to put stuff on here and do some crazy stitches and some buttons. This still has to be tacked down a little bit. Kind of using those wild orange colors, as you can see. See, I even got that on crooked. How nice is that? Maybe I will eventually take that off and redo. These are some yo-yos that I made. So I just thought I'm not going to be here long today. At least I don't think I am. I just wanted a few minutes to kind of relax. This is some felting that I did in a cookie cutter. So maybe I'll put that down here with a button on it or something. Let's see what I got. I might need another button here. These are all, I think, kind of small. These are the smalls. You might want something a little larger to add to that. But I think I want the center. It kind of looks cute. That's not really a button. I don't know what, maybe it is. Does anybody know what you call that? I mean, is that still considered a button? It doesn't have holes. It's got that bar. Oh, I like the way that looks. So what's new by you? Oh, there she is, Kel's friend, and I always say her name wrong. Yahweh? I know I probably say it wrong. Hello, hello, how nice to see you. Granny House, how are on the motorway so fast past the Bluebell Woodlands? Huawei. Oh, what? Maybe I had it right. Huawei. I forgot what I said already. Very nice to see you. Thanks for coming in. All right, let's see. I don't think I want any of these. I think these are a little too small. If I go to a charity shop on my trip and I see buttons, I might just have a spasm. So let me tell you this. So Janet Nash and I have been chatting, of course, and she has graciously agreed to come to me because it's easier for her to travel. She kind of knows what she's doing. So I believe she's going to hop on a train, and where we're staying, the first place we're staying in Greater London, supposed to be a train station, only a 4-minute walk from where we're staying. And look how blue. I can't believe how blue my fingers are. Do they look blue to you? Anyway, she's coming on Sunday, Easter Sunday. And oh yeah, Kel's starting up her stream next Monday evening at 9 p.m. Kel, why don't you put in your channel, honey? Hey, Andrea, hi. Good morning. So Janet's gonna come, and apparently there's some kind of a flower market or some kind of market not too far from where we're staying. It's only on Sunday, so we're going to do the market. I don't know how long she can stay to visit, and then I'll give her her goodies, and so we're excited about that. Well, I'm excited. I think she's excited. It's a little more stressful for her because she has to travel, but Yeah, so, and then I just saw when I go into my Airbnb account, I didn't notice before there are things to do in the greater London area. So I was looking around there, and there's a Harry Potter walking tour where they show you Diagon Alley and where different things were filmed and the bridge and different stuff like that. But it's a 3 hour brisk walking tour. So I'm not sure I can do that. I asked our host about renting a wheelchair, but he's not sure that there's a place near us to do that. So we'll figure that out when we get there. So we might do that. I think my son and I would really like it, and I think my husband would tolerate it. I mean, the pictures to take the pictures and all, and then the guy that gives you the tour, he like tells you stories and stuff. And then of course you hit a couple of shops, Harry Potter shops, and I mean, I really would like to do it, but I know I can't brisk walk for 3 hours. That I definitely know. All right, so I'm looking for a thread. I kind of want to stay in these colors. I have a little bit of this. I mean, I have more somewhere, but I have a little piece of it right here. That might be nice to stitch my flower on. So I have a needle right here. Oh, I'm glad you're starting to see some results, Candy. That is great news. That is great news. As long as it helps, just add it to your routine, right? And so if it helps, it's worth hanging in there. That's wonderful. All right, so that's not going to work for me. I just had knocked my phone over twice already this morning. So apparently, our grandson did not want his mom to have surgery. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it. I just don't like thinking about people being cut open and things being taken out. But our daughter's doing really well. She's sore, of course. But this is the kind of kid our daughter is. Okay, so she's a school teacher. She teaches fourth grade. I got all those wild hairs. And it's been very difficult for them to get substitutes. So she called who she needed to call and say it's on Sunday evening and said, look, I'm in the ER. I'm having severe abdominal pain. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know I won't be in tomorrow. And they said, okay, just let us keep us, posted. And so what does she do? She sits there in the ER and writes her lesson plans for Monday. And then she emails her lesson plans over, and her I guess it's her team, they're like, are you kidding us? You're doing your lesson plans while you're in the ER? She's unbelievable. Yeah, so she can't really sit upright yet. She had dinner in the living room, which is fine. We took dinner and then had a little visit so I could check on her. And where's oh, here it is. I was trying so hard not to bust, these kinds of threaders. Trying hard not to bust it. I busted the one on the other end. So I still have that one. Hi, Gail. Good morning. How are you feeling? Are you moving around any better? So, all right, I'm just not sure how this is gonna. Oh, maybe Gail would know. Gail, is this considered a button? It's got that bar across it. Would you know? I don't know if I ever saw. Oh, I want this in the middle. I don't know if I ever saw anything like that before. Probably I did. I just don't remember. Not remembering so much. You're getting around better? Yes, and you're going, oh, good. I don't know if you were here to see that Candy said her treatments are starting to kick in a little bit. Yes, that's a button. Okay, thanks. Cool. So we're happy about that. We're certainly glad you're starting to move around a little better. Excellent, excellent. Maybe I'll take my little cuffs off, although they're keeping me nice on my wrist, nice and warm. Leah says it's a button also. Okay, thanks, girls. I'm going to take these off. See if I can warm up my blue hands. Look, that's off. It's still a little crooked. Put it over there. So our son's working today. He'll work till about, I think, 12 or 1, maybe 2. He's all packed. And then he'll get home. I don't know, he might be stopping for a haircut too. I'm not sure. Bye, bye, Huawei. Are you in London? Is she in London? Did she say she's leaving London? So went and got a couple of snacks for in the airport. We're gonna well, there's snacks in the airport, but they're so expensive. I'm still gonna try to be somewhat good. So I got some pistachios. I said to my husband just a little while ago, whatever you do, don't let me leave without my teeth. Without my teeth. I just have been wearing the tops, which I can get away with that. I can eat with just the tops, and I can do a half smile. I have the lowers packed, but I need to wear the tops. Oh my goodness. What a great adventure. Can you see me halfway to the airport to New York JFK? I don't have my teeth. I'll be scaring those bonus grandbabies. Oh my. Uh, I'm leaving today. We leave today. I leave the house at 3. We're getting picked up in Pennsylvania. We're picking up our son at 4. And then my sister, my middle sister, there's a church parking lot that kind of is like catty corner to her backyard. And they let them park extra vehicles there. And so we're going to leave our vehicle there. Our son lives in an apartment complex, and I didn't want to leave it there because we don't live there. They don't have our vehicle registered, and the church doesn't mind people parking where we're going to park. So, and they'll have the keys should anything change. I know. Leaving on a jet plane. It's going to be a long day. I hope my husband can sleep on the plane. He's a little concerned about that, but I think we'll be so exhausted. And he's got hi, he's got a sleep mask that he can wear, and I think we'll be good. I think I'll be good. All right, so I just added that. You know, maybe I will just take this off. Yeah, look, it's pulling all the way off. I put it on crooked, and then I didn't use a big enough bead to, all right, where's some littler scissors? So I have my little crochet project packed. I've got my granny squares packed. And what I'm using as my handbag. Yeah, well, that's what my husband says. He can sleep in the car, but he just doesn't think he can sleep in the plane. It's been a while since he's flown. So, I mean, I don't sleep well, but I can sleep for, a good half hour or so. Kind of takes the edge off. So I don't think our son sleeps that good on the plane either. Well, we'll see. It looks like the cabin where we're going to be is pretty full, so we didn't want to pay extra to pick our seats. So we got our seat assignments around 11 last night. So we should be good. So my one suitcase is just full of gifts, just full of presents for my bonus son's family and for Janet. So you know what that means. Plenty of room to bring stuff back. And I had ordered at one of Pearl Fine's sales, I believe, she had a piece of Nottingham lace. And she got that shipped out for me. But I was thinking it wasn't going to come until Monday. But I just checked it. Hi, Joyce. I just checked it. And it's supposed to come today. It's out to be delivered. I know. I don't know if they have this. I don't really know if they have such a thing as like an actual craft shop. My son did find the art store in Mulhouse, France that we were to. So I'm hoping to pop in there again, although things are pricey. But it would be nice to see, what some different stuff they might have right now. So, um, we'll see how that goes. You doing okay, Joyce? All right. Andrew, you still here? Let's see if Angie's still here. Oh, there she is. Okay, Ange, will do. And I took care of what we talked about earlier. It's already packed. So no worries, okay? All right, so that's removed. Although I still want this down here. I just want it to be straight. Maybe I'll just try French knots. I'm just seeing what I have sitting here color-wise. I could use brown. I guess that would be kind of boring, huh? Maybe I should go get an orange. Look at these little danglies. I think maybe I'll put one of these on. Okay, Ange. Oh, that's right. You're having a follow-up, right? Is that the follow-up today? Put one right. Let me put this right here for now. So I can always move. I still want to find a bigger button for there. know I have, let's see. I'm going to grab my tray of bigger buttons here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot I have them. I'm a storage container, kind of a storage container freak. And I saw this. It was I think on clearance one time at might have been Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure, but I liked it because it had all these little compartments. And okay, now let's see what this looks like. Yeah, I'll give her a big hug for all of us. All right, let's see. Let me steal this pin. Where did I put? Oh, there it is. I'm wondering where I put my pin cushion. I think there's another little seed bead I missed. Well, that might look cool, but see, it's got that shank. That might be a little wiggly. I don't think I sewed those on so great. Here's some cool beads. Of course, I want to keep in mind it's a book cover. So when you open up the journal, if you wanted to write on something on that side, it might be a little pat, pat, pat for Freddie. Yeah, my husband just brought out the two big things I'm taking for Freddie. He's like, you want this to go? And I said, oh, yeah, I need to take that for Freddie. For Freddie. He thinks we're crazy. He thinks we're crazy. Crazy for being. Boy, I kind of like that red one the best. Yeah, I won't get to meet Freddie. I don't think she's bringing Freddie with her, but she can certainly give him the treat. Yeah, no pat pat. No pat pat. Unless I say pat pat to Freddie. Pat pat. Oh, look at this one. That would have been cool in there too. I really kind of like that red one. Mm. Oh, these look like little brads. Boy, I really got this one crooked too. This little flower. Well, not all flowers are perfect, are they? So we'll keep that in mind. I think I might just have to go with that red. Hmm. Might have to do that one. Okay, we'll just do it. Get rid of that. I think this might be too. Oh, this is a one with a shank also. Of course, I can maybe snip that off and hot glue it on. I've got the. All right, what's better? It's kind of small. This is very large. I don't want two dark ones. I know I have orange buttons somewhere, just not in this tub. Or just reminded me, I think I bought one of those deshanking tool. Oh, there's a deshanking tool? Okay, you girls are staying in red. Okay, that's what I think. Oh. I'm going to sew it on first. If I don't like it, I can always take it off. My husband's so practical. We really need another. You need another container. I was like, look how neat it is. All the little boxes, all the little squares. I love the little squares. And then I usually say, well, need doesn't really enter into it, but I could put it to good use. All right, so let's just use a piece of this. Hmm. There we go. I've got both ends working here. I thought there was a loose piece. There we go. Well, that's true. I just don't know if when you actually go to use the journal, if it might be an issue. But then you have the option to remove and replace. Remove and replace. Yeah, that's not happening, Laura. Not happening. Not happening. Let's get out the good scissors. Maybe I have a piece of, that might be interesting. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Maybe I need a piece of fabric under it as well. To help give it a little. Oh, thanks. This is one of those magnet ones. It's supposed to help with arthritis, I think. Yeah, but I definitely have a button problem, along with all the other problems. So, yeah, that'll be able to work. Okay. Now, I wanted to put it through the needle, not through the button. Oh, good grief. I put my needle back in the pin cushion. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. I can just hear it now. You want to take that home? Yes, please. So I'm taking the kids, those squishmallows, which I've mentioned, and the one's only 10 inches, but it's still puffy, and the other two are 14 inches, and they're like big pillows that are shaped like animals and in different shapes, So I got one of those things that sucks all the air out of the plastic bag. So they're all packed. And then I put all the coloring books and all that kind of stuff in another one. Sucked all that air out. So all that's in the one suitcase. So when I take those out, see, then I have those bags, and I pack the little can thing that sucks out all the air. So, like, what if I went and I found Andrea's leaving. Bye, Andrea. Thank you. Thanks for coming in. It was nice to see you today. So what if, now I know this is a pipe dream, what if I go into a charity shop and I find an old quilt? Then I can put it in one of those bags and suck all the air out of it and bring it home. If it's not too many pounds. I don't know if they have things like, places that have like bulk stuff. Like I said, I was watching Pearl, and she was talking about Nottingham lace, and I'm pretty sure it's Nottingham, England. And that's where we're going. Now, it was a long time ago, but I might be able to discover, where they made it, or there might be some in some thrift shops. I mean, if they have it all the time, they may not be that thrilled with it. Huh? What if I find some Nottingham lace in a charity shop? You might hear me screaming from across the pond. I don't know. We're going to have a look. I know, right, Gail? I think it, might be expensive too. But who knows? Who knows? Place of origin. I don't know. Pearl didn't charge a lot. So, what can you say? This is true. This is true. We'll say, honey, just do like we do at home. You go wait in the car. Look, I can't grab that needle. I usually get my way. I mean, after all, he's going to Europe with me. It's making good on a promise. He's a good old boy. He's excited though. I'm sure he's got a couple of books to read. When we got to our daughter's, there was a strange car in the driveway, and I knew her in-laws had been away. So I said, "Oh, maybe it's Barbara's car." And sure enough, here comes Barbara out. The kids had picked up their mail and such while they were away, and she's just getting back. Her husband is, well, my husband is too. They don't ever sit down, you know. They're always on the go, always moving, always doing stuff. But he has a lot of, well, I don't know a lot. A lot might be an operative word, but they've got several rental properties, and he maintains them all. And he's retired now, but he still does that work. And he's always on the go. And then they have a second home, like a hunting kind of place. I forget how many acres. He's got quite a few acres up in the Poconos, and so he's kind of, if I understand correctly, he's kind of. I think the building that was on the property was kind of, they built a little thing and then somebody added on and somebody added something on. So I think he's trying to like make sense of the floor plan, putting on a new roof. And it's like it's a 3-hour ride. And my son-in-law will go with his dad and help him put the roof on and do stuff like that. So, but since he's been retired, he's really been working on that. And so he's always busy. And then usually, she said, when they take vacations, it's the same thing. Go, see, do, you know. Da, da, da. So he said to her, I've been really busy lately. How about we go away? You can choose. We'll do whatever you want to do. And she said, I want to go somewhere where I can look out and it's beautiful and I can just sit and read. So that's what they did. So she was good. She had just come back from vacation. So we didn't get to talk long, but it was nice to see her. I hadn't seen her in a while. She's a sweet lady. Let's see. Gail said, oh, wow, that lace could be made from some of my long lost relatives. It's made by the Mason family. They've been making lace for over 150 years. Oh my gosh, Gail. I wonder if there would be a name on it. Minnie Mason is a very common name. So who knows? Well, it's something to keep an eye out for, right? Oh, thanks for sharing that. That's cool. That is very cool. All right, so I'm thinking maybe just some big stitches, like a cantha fabric stitch, those big white stitches, maybe like 3 lanes of them. I don't think I can get them that straight. I could draw a line though with my nifty pens. All right, hold on. Do I have I'm looking for a white embroidery thread. Let's see, or cream, something like, where's my jug? So our dog sitter was here the other day, got final instructions. I'm sure our dog knows something's up. Oh, I don't know if there's anything really light in here. Let's see what I can. Might have to just be something that might have to just be yellow. See, I hardly have done anything. I'm thinking I'm not going to stay on long. It's already almost been an hour. I kind of wanted that cantha look. Now, wait a minute. I have another jar like this. Just seeing a... Yes, she's staying right here. She will live here while we're gone. She's first couple of days, our neighbors are going to take her because this gal wasn't available until Sunday. So she'll be here Sunday, and she'll just live her life. If she goes to the grocery store, of course she'll leave Jenny, and then she'll come back. She'll have all her meals here, I think one day she's got a hair appointment. She's very reasonable, but she'll be here all night. She sleeps here. And she said she'll eat leftovers if there's leftovers in the fridge. You know, we're not leaving her much, but I made her a tray of snacks. Of course, she can help herself to whatever she finds if she wants to rummage around. But yeah, they'll sit and she'll snuggle with Jenny, and then she knows her routine, so she'll follow that. She'll take her for probably 2 or 3 walks a day. I need my other jar. Hopefully, I have a lighter color here. She's been doing this for like 10 years. So, she comes highly recommended. We were just a little hesitant to leave her at one. Oh, here we go. To leave her at one of those, at a kennel, because kennel cough and stuff like that. And I have a lot of this, Leah. If you remind me when I get back, I could send you a piece of that for sure. I still have a bunch of that left, I think. And then we looked at more like a upscale kennel, almost like a hotel for dogs. That was highly recommended to us by our trainer. And we didn't even go visit there because I would have been like, yes, let's put her here. But they were so expensive. This lady is so crazy inexpensive. It's almost, it's just crazy. But, she named her price, so my husband said, we can't feel bad about that. I know. But, we'll bring her back something, of course, and found out what kind of chocolate she likes. So, yeah, I mean, right now she can't be here until Sunday because she's sitting a dog on our street, several houses down. Isn't it crazy? Yeah. So she even took Jenny out for a little spin the other day when she came to get the key and all that jazz. So Jenny will be fine. She'll be fine. This gal lives with her son, so when she's not home, her son's there to take care of her place, Yeah, that's true. Better for her to be here. Then I won't have to worry about any of that other jazz. Okay, so I'm going to do these stitches. And, okay, so just going to leave this sit here. After talking with my psych, I decided I need a new, yeah. Okay, we talked about that. Yeah, that looks like that's going to work out good for Kel. All right, so I'm going to take my ruler, I believe, and I'm going to take one of my nifty Fixion or whatever you call it pens. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This might be a little fiddly to try to draw a straight line, but it'll be straighter than what I could do just eyeballing it. Maybe I should go the other way. Hold on. Let me twirl. Let me twirl this. I'm twirling. Of course, this roller's not quite long enough. I've got another see-through roller here with some lines. So it's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is junk journaling at its finest. Even if I just do this one. Whoop, stitch. So I had gastric bypass surgery, oh my gosh, like what, 10, 20, 10 years ago, 11 years ago? And I've said this before. I don't know if this is a repeat for all of you, but I didn't do what I was supposed to do post-surgery. That's on me. I mean, I lost a lot, but I quickly put it all back on. Okay? Definitely regret not doing what I was supposed to. But it's over and done with now. It's been over and done with. Now, right now, I'm being very successful in my program that I'm following. But about a year ago, I decided it was time for me to just be doing what I should be doing and keep in touch with my bypass surgeon's office. Like keep check. All right, I'm making these stitches pretty big. I don't really know how I think they connect them. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go beyond where that stitch is and then come back to that ending hole. So I've been meeting with the physician's assistant in that office for the last year, every like 6 or 8 months. So I had a meeting with her on Monday, virtual, and found out my surgeon is retiring. That was a little unsettling for me, because he not only did that surgery, he also did a second surgery for me when I was quite ill, and I had a blockage. So he's kind of like oh, look, I got that one crooked. I'm just going to let it go. I got a line. How can I get it crooked? So he's kind of like, my hero. But, good for him. I don't think he's that old, but good for him. Hi, Devin. I didn't see Devin pop in. There she is. So good for him. I think he's probably retiring early. He's so funny. I mean, anyway. Yeah. So things change, right? And I haven't really seen him in a long time. But our son needs a new primary care, and he's been having a hard time finding one. So he's got to get on that when we get back. I think eventually I'm going to come back in here and do more of these stitches. I know, they start young, right? And they work hard and they work horrible hours for years, probably miss out on a lot of family things. So I say, good for you. Good for you, Doc, but I'll miss you. Yeah, I can't imagine that kind of a schedule. Like Hubs and I were talking, I was saying for this dog sitter, what a great idea for her. She's, in good shape. She looks in good shape. I mean, she walks your dog 2 to 3 times a day. And that's, we're not requesting that. That's not, I mean, that's what she offers. That's what her deal is. But for someone who's obviously older, her head's Snow White. She's older, she's got a grown son. Um, but it it's not going to make her rich. But she probably doesn't even have to work. It keeps her busy, keeps her moving. She basically can do what she wants. She doesn't have to go to a job and sit behind a desk. That kind of a job, I think you could probably even just be a house sitter. Some people would just like to have somebody come and stay in their home when they're away for an extended period of time. And, what a great way to have some income, which really you're not doing a whole lot. Okay, Gail, will do. You take care of yourself. Keep on that path of feeling better, okay? I'm not sure if I'll pop on at all while I'm away. I said last time I went, I might try to do that, but I couldn't figure out how to record with my phone, but my son might be able to help with that. So I don't know. I might pop on. Right now, I'm not planning to. I'm planning to just be off for the next 2 weeks. But I don't know. Janet and I might pop on. Who knows? That could be fun. I just hate having my whole, my whole figure painted on. I do like my purple hair, though. I've got to say, I like my haircut and my purple hair. I'm real. Ow! I just stuck myself with that pin. I really like my hairstyle. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway. So how are you, Devin? You doing all right? You hanging in there? Okay, I didn't make my thread big enough. My main goal for this today was just to get this stitched down a little so it doesn't go anywhere. So when I fold this up and put it in my stack of other stored things that I'm storing, and we'll get back to when I get home, kind of a deal. That kind of a dealio. So I think I'll finish this up another time. So I think there's still more I'd like to probably put on here. I'm very excited for my trip. I said to my son this morning, I'm so excited. I almost feel sick to my stomach, I'm just excited. It might be a long, well, maybe we'll take a nap. Oh, maybe that wouldn't be a good idea. It's going to be a long afternoon to wait, but it'll be here. It'll be here before you know it, just like today. Hey, there's Stacy. Hi, Stacy. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap this up. I think I can take this pin out. I just don't want to pick this up later and then stab myself with, a pin. All right, so I used my nifty pins here. I'm going to hit that with the heat. Now that's going to disappear too, but this isn't going anywhere, right? Because I stitched this here. And I wanted this to look like those cantha stitches, so I might put some more in here another time. Heat tool. Woo, I just love this pen. I'm taking one to Janet. She may have one, but I'm taking her one. Yeah, it's a short one for me, Stacy, because we're leaving today on our vacation. So I'm ready, really. I'm ready. I need to get in the shower. I need to go say so long to my neighbor, and just like last minute, fiddly things. But I want to be able to relax a little bit. I think just nervous while I'm just getting kind of like, oh, I want to get. So I think I'm just going to go now and get to those things because my brain is, all over the place. So eventually, this is going to be a cover, and I have a cute tassel that's not very big. That I think it's really very small, but I love these colors. I think I'm going to attach this somehow to the front. When all is said and done, trim it, maybe make it really short. But I think I'm going to do that. So there's still many things I could still do here. Let's see, I have a pin still here. Anywho, that's what I'm thinking at this point. So I think that's all I'm going to do for today, kids. Yeah, I think I could add a few more fun things. I might trim this a little. I kind of overshot and got that button kind of, but 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 I think that'll be okay. So I said to my husband, what did I say to him the other day? I said, oh, I really got everything squished in there. I got my suitcase closed. And he said, I have plenty of room. I'm like, you do? Oh, I got something else for you. I said, how much more room do you have? I still have a little bit of room. I gave him a couple of more things. So, it's because I'm taking all them presents. That's why. Thanks, Cal. Cal, I'll be chatting to you while I'm away for sure. All right. Thanks for coming in. It was nice to see you all today. Sorry I missed Tuesday evening. But I really needed that time. And yeah. So thanks, Leah. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. That means a lot. Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. I'm going to head out. So I may see you from across the pond. I don't know. There's a possibility, but I definitely will see you when I get back. So behave. Don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. And until next time, remember there's somebody in New Jersey who loves you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.